Labor has called on the government to consider bringing foreign fighters caught up in Syria back to Australia. This comes as MPs return to Parliament for another sitting fortnight, with the Medevac repeal and mandatory sentencing also high on the agenda.
Politicians returning to Canberra for another sitting week.
Thanks for seeing you guys at Canberra on a Sunday night.
But it's the return of foreign fighters that's on the government's mind, with Labor now calling on the government to consider bringing home women and children caught up in the Syrian conflict.
The question now before the government is whether it is safe to extract them. I agree with the Prime Minister that they are innocent victims, and I would encourage the government to consider the options that are before it.
Nearly 80 Australians are believed to be in Syria, many with links to Islamic State.
Look, I am concerned that we've got innocent women and children left in these camps, and they've been there for a long time.
Labor MP and counter-terror expert Anne Ali says there cannot be a simplistic approach to bringing back women married to terrorists.
A lot of people think that there's this trope of the jihadi bride, that she was convinced to go there, and that's the case for some of them, but others had a very strong participatory role.
Others, like Senator Cory Bernardi, want a tougher approach.
I don't want to see them here. I'd rather they remain in a Syrian prison, quite frankly.
Meanwhile, Australia's peak medical groups want the Parliament to stand firm on the Medevac laws for asylum seekers.
I'll back the doctors over Peter Dutton any day.
With Labor and the Greens opposed to the repeal, the government needs to win over the crossbench. Senator Jackie Lambie has yet to make up her mind.
Not until that report was delivered and done and dusted, then I wouldn't be taking a vote on that.
The government will also push Labor to back mandatory sentencing for child sex offenders. The party has been opposed on principle to mandatory sentencing, but is expected to tick off on the legislation in the House, despite concerns from MPs including Kim Carr. Trudy McIntosh, Sky News, Canberra.